What's going on with you? This is your boy Stretch, and today we're going to be looking at taking a fryer stand and bypassing the igniter box because it has some issues with the igniter box not working right. Let me turn this around so you can check it out. Alright, so you see here we got a fryer stand. Got this from one of the neighbors who were getting rid of it because it wasn't working no more, so told him let me get it so I can work with it and see if I can get it back working. So what I'm end up doing is what it seemed like when I hooked the gas up here, turn everything on like it's supposed to. For some reason the igniter isn't allowing the gas to go through like it's supposed to. So what we're gonna do today is just making a quick video on a quick fix repair for this, which basically all I'm gonna do is take this igniter and box, igniter and timer, and I'm going to take that off completely. And the fittings here, once I take this out, I'm going to have to go and pick up a fitting for this to be able to basically just run the hose straight from the hose into here and let the gas go straight in. I've looked at some other ones online, and a lot of them I've seen didn't even have this box here, just go straight in to the burner. So that's basically all I'm gonna do, because you still have the regulator here which you can control your gas coming in, and it should be good to go. So let me go ahead and start on that and we'll go from there. Alright, so as you can see, I got that off real simple. Basically the first thing I did was this piece here, it ran up in here. It had a screw, or it has a nut on the top and on the bottom. So basically you just unscrew that top one off, then you just pull it out. Once I got that out, this part just screws right into here. For this one I didn't even need to really use no tools. I just grabbed it by the box and just spun it counterclockwise and unscrewed it out. So the next thing all I had to do is take this hose off now, and then basically just find or go to Lowe's or whatever and get a straight through connector piece to run from here straight into here. And once I do that, it should be good. The only other thing I had to take apart was it had two screws down here at the bottom that went into here. So all you need to do this is Phillips head screwdriver, a little wrench, and that's it really. So let me go ahead and get this the rest of the way off and get the part I need, and we'll be back to put it on and test it out. Alright, so I end up having to get creative because this piece I can't find anywhere here as of right now. I can't find it at Lowe's, can't find it at Ace Hardware or anything that has where I can go from that size to that size coming out, but just a straight through without having this middle part here. So what I'm gonna end up doing is being ingenuitive and just gonna fab this one up so I can just reuse it. And so what I'm gonna do, what I end up doing was, this was on the bottom of here and it had two wires coming out of there, which was the sensor. So what I did was take the wires out, unscrewed that from the bottom, and then I was able to pull the little sensor out. Once I pulled the sensor out, it had these little parts on it, the spring and everything on it, which kept this up. That piece up there, and as it went down it connected in there and did whatever it was supposed to do. So what I did was take the spring out so that this piece will stay down, and when I put it back in here, that piece, when it was up, when the spring was on it, it blocks the hole from when it comes in. It blocks it from coming in and up to the out port. So by taking that spring off, it lets the little button go down and stay down. And so it should just let it free flow up through there and there. So I just put this back in order to block off the bottom, because the cap is open on the bottom. So that little part blocks any air or anything from coming out the bottom. So the only thing I have to do now is fab up something to block the top to keep any other gas or anything coming from out the top, and from there it'll just free flow through, over and out the nozzle end here, without having to have that little connection. A lot of the other ones I've seen, it didn't have this at all. It just went straight from the hose into the burner. So that's basically what I'm creating now. So let me figure out what I'm gonna use to block out the top, and then I get back with you, and then we'll test it out. I forgot to say, in the top part here, there was another little button that was the button that you would normally push down when you get ready to first start it, that I took out, and it had a little pin up there which actually would have blocked off what I needed to block off, but I thought that pin was stopping it from doing what I needed to do, so I took that pin out. So I could have, if I would have left that pin in, I would be good to go right now. So that's the only reason I got to find out something now, so I can block that area off to keep any gas from being able to seep out through there. Alright, so what I ended up doing was I took some JB Weld Quick Steel. So basically this here, and the way this works is this little thing here, you cut off how much you think you need or whatever. When you do that, you take it and you just knead it with your fingers, and just knead it all the way, and it'll start off that light color gray, and then it'll get a dark color. Let me see if I can show you. That dark color that's in there, it'll turn, the whole thing will turn that color almost. And that's how you know it's pretty much ready to go on there. So what I did was I kneaded that, put that in there, I stuffed it in that hole, since I had to cover up the hole and fix the hole, and you had to wait and let it actually solidify and get hard. And as you see right now, it's pretty hard. I'm not sure the exact time that it takes to cure. I let it sit for about 2 hours almost, and it seemed like it's about fully cured, or at least enough for me to test it out and see how it's gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up. Got my propane tank here. Come on. Go ahead and get that on there. Move that way back just in case, you know, you never know when you're dealing with gas stuff. So what I'm gonna first do is, I don't know if it make a difference or not, but just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna let gas run, and I'm gonna turn it right back off to make sure we good to go. So I can hear the gas running. So I turn it back off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on and turn it off, and I'm gonna put a flame close to the area where I fixed, to try to make sure it ain't no leaks or nothing like that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can prop this up real quick so I can show you. Alright, so what I'm actually do is I'm gonna light in the area, because if it's any gas coming through, it should catch or whatever and light up. But when I do, I'm gonna turn the gas on. I'm gonna turn it right back off. But just to make sure ain't nothing seeping around. So I'm not getting no seepage area, nothing like that. So I cut it on, cut it off. So now the next step is to actually take and light the area up here. So what I'm gonna do is I got my regulator. I got it turned. For this one, it's you turn it all the way counterclockwise, turn it to the left to turn it off. And then you turn it to the right to start letting the gas seep through. So I got it turned all the way off right now. I'm gonna turn my tank on. Nothing's coming out. So now I'm gonna turn my regulator clockwise, and as the gas start coming out, turn it on up enough, and as you can see, we're cooking with Crisco. And go ahead and kill that fire there for now. So as you see, we're good to go. Nothing's leaking out from there. So now basically all I did was take where the box was messed up. I got it where now just flowing in here, come up here and come straight into there. So it's just a straight through flow. This side is blocked off, this side is blocked off, so it's just flowing straight through, and using just the regulator to control what is going in actually to the burner itself. So as you can see, it works. We're good to go. So I got a free burner. I had to use some epoxy, or not epoxy, but JB Weld that I already had in my shop anyway, so it didn't cost me nothing. So we're good to go with that. Look in the comments. I'll put a link in the comments that'll link you to where you can get the JB Weld and all that stuff. You can order it if you want to and everything. And I will see y'all later.